But if we overlay all the screenshots here, everything immediately becomes clear. And now we can estimate the distance between the districts and get a sense of the overall size of this part of Vice City. First of all, let's figure out the width of the bay. As a basis, I took this screenshot and about a quarter of the width is still hidden off screen. I estimated the focal length of the lens to be about 35 millimeters. I took the average length of cars to be 4.5 meters. I used proportions and a coordinate grid like in GTA 5, applied several complex formulas, and with the help of ChatGPT, which spent 10 minutes doing the calculations, it turned out that the average width of the bay is about 1,200 meters. For comparison, the lake in Alamos is only 500 meters wide, even though in the game it seems much larger. But it gets more interesting. I did the calculations and it turned out that the distance from the shooting point to the distant skyscrapers is about 1,700 meters. And to the far right part of the map where the beach is located, it's about 2,200 meters. I used the exact same calculation methods, so for simplicity from now on I'll just mention the numbers. And even though for you this will take just seconds, each calculation took me at least an hour. So from Pace Picnic Island to the Ferris wheel is about 700 meters, and to the farthest visible point of the city is another 1,300. Knowing also that the city continues to the north, but there isn't a single shot from there yet, it's logical to assume that the total length of the visible part of the city will be at least 3 kilometers. But Vice City isn't limited to just downtown and Vice Beach. At the very least, there will be another major district, Little Haiti. Rockstar only showed us fleeting shots of this part of the city, and here it's simply impossible to estimate the size. The only thing that can be said is that Little Haiti will be located north of downtown. And overall, the city will be vertical and stretched along the coastline. And I haven't even taken into account other districts and outskirts that we know nothing about. From the rare shots, we only see low-rise buildings, shopping centers, and gas stations there. But how far they stretch is still unknown. There's no point in comparing Vice City to Miami either. Rockstar compresses cities dozens of times. So for the calculation, let's assume a total length of 6,000 meters. About half of that is the city center and the Vice Beach area. And since earlier we were able to calculate the width from the beach to the far shore of the bay, we can confidently assume that the western part of the city will definitely be larger. Otherwise, water would immediately take up half of Vice City. Therefore, the width of the city will be about 5,000 meters. Another important element of the city is the airport. It alone occupies a huge area. For the calculation, I used the airport from GTA 5 as a basis. There, the runway is about 500 meters long. Let's assume that in GTA 6 it will be about the same. But we can say for sure that the airport is located on the southwestern outskirts of the city. This can be estimated based on the location of the airport in real Miami, as well as from the road signs in these two frames. Plus, the low-flying airplane suggests that the airport is very close. But here, stop. While editing, I noticed one inconsistency that ruins my entire logic. In this frame, Jason is driving almost directly north. You can tell by the sun.